The Galactic Combat Arena's training facility hummed with the energy of 1,000 species preparing for the tournament. Arabella Chen stepped through the decontamination field, her boots clicking against the polished obsidian floor. The human woman carried nothing but a small duffel bag and a smile that made the security drones pause in their scanning patterns. Krikstar, the Valorian head trainer, unfurled his 4 muscular arms as he approached. His exoskeleton gleamed under the artificial lights. Each played a testament to countless battles won. He had trained champions from 73 species, but humans were new to the arena. Rare, unproven. Human Arabella, his translator chirped in Standard Galactic. I must inform you of Protocol 7. No weapons are permitted in the training facility. No plasma projectors, no monomolecular blades, no chemical dispensers, no kinetic accelerators. He gestured toward the weapons lockers where other contestants had deposited their gear. Surrender your armaments now. Arabella's smile widened. Good thing my hands qualify. Krikstar's mandibles clicked in confusion. His optical sensors swept over her again, detecting no hidden weapons, no cybernetic enhancements, no genetic modifications beyond baseline human parameters. I do not understand. Your appendages are standard biological manipulators. How do they qualify as weapons? Where I come from, Arabella said, dropping her bag and rolling her shoulders. Everything qualifies as a weapon if you know how to use it. The Valorians' confusion deepened into something resembling pity. Humans had only joined the Galactic Federation 3 cycles ago. Their physical specifications were unremarkable. No natural armor, no venom sacs, no enhanced musculature. They had conquered their own world through technology and persistence, not physical prowess. In the combat arena, where technology was stripped away and only natural abilities remained, humans seemed destined to fail. Perhaps you misunderstand the nature of this tournament, Krikstar said gently. This is not a simulation. Your opponents will attempt to incapacitate you using their full biological capabilities. The Thraxian you face tomorrow can crush steel with their mandibles. They have killed 3 contestants this season alone. Then I guess I'd better not let them bite me. Elliot Park, Arabella's coach, emerged from the registration office with their entry credentials. The lean man had the calculating eyes of someone who had spent years studying violence in all its forms. Where Arabella was all explosive energy, Elliot was measured precision. Together they had dominated Earth's mixed martial arts circuits before the Galactic Federation had even made contact. She registered? Arabella asked. They classified you as soft body category, Elliot replied, handing her the holographic badge. Low threat assessment. They've given you morning slots against mid-tier opponents to, and I quote, provide entertainment value before the serious matches. Krikstar's translator made an apologetic warble. No disrespect is intended. It is simply that humans lack the natural advantages of other species. You have no claws, no fangs, no armor plating. Your bones are fragile. Your skin tears easily. In the 3 cycles since humanity joined the Federation, no human has survived past the preliminary rounds. Then I guess it's time we change that statistic, Arabella said. The next morning, the training facility buzzed with anticipation. Word had spread about the human who claimed her hands were weapons. Contestants from a dozen species gathered to watch what they assumed would be a brief, educational demonstration of human fragility. Arabella's opponent entered the practice ring. The Thraxian stood 3 meters tall, its chitinous exoskeleton the color of dried blood, 6 limbs ending in serrated claws scraped against the floor. Its mandibles could, as Krikstar had mentioned, crush steel. It had evolved on a death world where everything was either predator or prey, and the Thraxians had climbed to the top of that bloody hierarchy. Elliot stood at the ring's edge, his expression unreadable. Remember what we trained for. Speed over strength. Precision over power. Humans don't win by being the strongest. We win by being the smartest, Arabella finished. The Thraxian charged the moment the bell chimed, a freight train of armored fury. The spectators leaned forward, expecting the human to dodge, to run, to do anything except what she did. Arabella stepped forward into the charge. Her movement was so economical, so perfectly timed that it seemed almost casual. She pivoted on her lead foot, her body rotating as the Thraxian's clawed limb swept past her face, missing by millimeters. Her hands, those supposedly inadequate biological manipulators, moved in a blur. The first strike landed on the Thraxian's compound eye cluster with the force of a piston. The second found the joint where its chitinous plate met softer tissue. The third drove into a nerve cluster that millions of years of evolution had left vulnerable because nothing on the Thraxian homeworld had ever been precise enough to exploit it. Arabella didn't possess crushing strength or armor-piercing claws. What she possessed was something far more dangerous: the accumulated knowledge of a species that had spent thousands of years perfecting the art of destroying each other. Every martial art, every combat technique, every lesson learned in boxing rings and wrestling mats and ancient battlefields had been distilled into her movements. The Thraxian staggered, confusion overriding its predatory instincts. Nothing had ever hurt it this way, not with overwhelming force but with surgical precision. It swung wildly and Arabella flowed around the attack like water, her counterstrikes finding nerve clusters, joint weaknesses, and sensory organs with mechanical efficiency. 20 seconds into the match, the Thraxian collapsed, its neural system overloaded from precisely targeted strikes that its physiology had no defense against. The training facility fell silent. Krixtar's mandibles hung open. In his 70 cycles as a trainer, he had never witnessed such efficiency. The human hadn't relied on superior strength or natural weapons. She had transformed the Thraxian's own physiology into a weakness, exploiting vulnerabilities that the creature didn't even know it possessed. Elliot allowed himself a small smile. "You see, Trainer Krixtar, humans didn't evolve with claws or fangs or armor plating. We evolved with pattern recognition, adaptive thinking, and the ability to learn. We studied violence for millennia, not as instinct but as science. Every species in this arena fights with the weapons nature gave them." Arabella stepped out of the ring, not even breathing hard. "We fight with the weapons we gave ourselves." Krixtar watched as other contestants suddenly viewed the small human with new eyes, not as prey, but as something far more concerning. A predator that didn't need natural weapons because it had spent its entire evolutionary history learning to create them, improve them, and ultimately transcend them. "Your hands," Krixtar said slowly, his translator struggling with the concept. "They qualify because you made them qualify." "Exactly," Arabella replied, that dangerous smile returning. "Now who's next?"